I think one of the biggest challenges is not being taken seriously. Often the times that when it usually is young people that are on the streets, usually people will make the assumption that, oh, like they're lazy, or like maybe they have some behavioral problems at home which caused them to be in that situation in the first place. And so I feel like people don't really have that much of, I would say, like empathy. I mean, in my opinion, as they would say if it was a veteran who is old, on the streets. Another issue that I would say that homeless youth also face is just being able to get out of their situation, like finding jobs and everything. Because me personally, even though I've never been homeless, but me currently, I'm looking for employment right now, and it's hard to do that even. And usually, especially because with young people, they don't really have, like, for most of them, they never had a job before, so they might not have no work experience. So a lot of people may not want to take someone who lacks the experience. That most of the time it's not their fault, even though a lot of people may think, because of, as I mentioned before, like usually people may assume that, oh, it's a trouble adolescents who don't listen to their parents, so they deserve to be out on the streets, which is often not the case. A lot of times, especially if it's like marginalized groups, specifically within the LGBTQ community, which I am a part of, like usually when it comes to gender identity and sexual orientation, the parents, because they can't accept their children for who they are and how they choose to identify, they are often subject to being forced out of their own homes and stuff. So, and also there's other reason why a youth may end out on the street, like death of a parent. My mom just died, but thank goodness, I'm not in that situation. But yeah, there could be lots of reasons aging out of foster care. So it's not the youth's fault, and I don't think it should be put on someone that young of an age to be saying, "Oh, it's your fault." Like, um, another thing that I would want people to know about youth homelessness is that more often than not, they are trying to get out of the situation, because nobody don't choose to be in that situation, like to be homeless. I don't know anybody that do. And so just know that they are trying their best and everything, but it can be hard, especially for a young person to be out on the street. Like I said, the lack of, for most people, it's hard for them to get a job because people don't want people that don't got no work experience.